I do say so myself.
Hi. She's admiring her work.
I am. It's really good. I'm a genius.
She's a genius. Happy Thursday, Floss Tube. Hello, crafty friends. As you can see, we have two different people again here for you today. So
I'm Carrie of Roxy Floss.
My name is Caroline of Evertote.
And I'm Ellen of Maximum Cross Stitch.
And we are recording here today on June the 25th, 2025 at the Evertote Roxy Floss Co. workshop. And my friend Ellen, it was Bring Maximum Cross Stitch to Work Day today.
Bring your annoying friend to work day.
And we've had a pretty good time.
I would say so.
Yeah, yeah. So Carrie and I went to the Stitch and Stash retreat in Edmonton last weekend, and I was getting back so late into Toronto on Sunday night that I booked myself a hotel room in Toronto, and Ellen took the train back with me on Monday to London and has been spending a little bit of time.
We've had some Diet Coke.
Two friends drinking a lot of Diet Coke.
What do you call them?
Fridge cigarettes.
How about some fridge cigarettes?
And that, I did not make that up. I saw it somewhere online. I thought it was quite funny because they're terrible for you, but sometimes it's just a bit of a treat. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to chat with you a little bit. You've had a lot of new releases lately.
I have indeed.
And you let us release them at Stitch North. That was when they kind of first debuted. And then at the end of May, they went into the shop. So I think nothing here is new. We have shared it before, but it's been a while. And with the first time we shared it, they were exclusive to Stitch North. And so I don't think we've shown them again since they were released.
No.
And a couple in particular that I think if you saw it the first time, you might remind you, these are pretty amazing.
Yeah, and if they don't bring a tear to your eye, then you probably have a cold, dead heart.
Thanks, Ellen. That's good. That's good. And we also have been doing some stitching ourselves.
Oh, we have.
Not too much for this one, though. Yeah.
I gave myself de Quervain's tendinitis 100% from stitching too much. So if you stitch for long periods of time and your wrist starts to hurt, stop.
Ellen is a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and I'm talking to you, Carmen. Carmen, don't overdo it. Take care of your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because it was 4.5 months, 0 stitching.
Yeah.
No fun.
And Ellen is also a member of the Crash Test Dummies, that little Canadian band that
from back when you were 6. And it isn't too bad, except for I have to play the accordion for a few songs, and I have to have my hand in this really terrible position. It's not good.
Yes. So I've been a little concerned about her mental health because of the lack of stitching lately.
Yeah, I don't care about the accordion stuff or the tambourine stuff. It's the stitching.
It's the stitching that has been...
it's been tough.
It has been, now, granted, you stitch a lot, or you were. You were stitching a lot.
I were stitching.
Yes, you were. And we released 7 or 8 things all at the same time. And Ellen had stitched all of the models for them.
Yes, but some of those I had stitched a year, that one, the Devonshire School.
Yeah, some of them, you're right. Yeah. Some of them we'd kind of saved up and then released them all at the same time.
But most of them I had stitched in
and Sampler September, Gwyneth stitched that one.
Yeah, because I couldn't.
No, we'll show you that one again in a few minutes. So we'll show you some of the models first, and then we'll share some of the stitching that we've been doing. So this is entirely the Ellen show, except for one thing.
Whatever.
Yeah, if I have to leave the camera running, she's smart. I don't leave it running anymore with her. I don't know what she'd say, but you know what? I do have the power to edit.
That's true.
Just edit you right out.
You are the boss of me.
I just edit you right out. I just wanted to take a moment quickly to let you know that we have started shipping out the hi That's okay. Just brought Ellen a stack of lovely. Okay, you can just pop your head in. Hi. That's Jessica. Those of you at Weekend 2 Stitch North will remember Jessica well. Jessica's been cutting and prepping linen and has just brought Ellen a lovely stack. So thank you.
Thank you, Jessica.
We have started packing and shipping the Modern Folk Embroidery Quintessential Smalls, the booklet, the collaboration, the box that we're doing with Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery. We are shipping these now. It is going to take us a little while to ship. There are a number of boxes still to go. We start this project together, one small a month, on August 1st. So pretty excited about this one. So the booklet turned out really well.
And there are photograph instructions in there that are really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about that. It's gonna be great. So that's that. All right, now it's entirely the Ellen show. Okay? All right. So shall we just we'll toss Jacob to the wolves there.
See you, Jacob.
Okay, so I have to say these two, I have a really particularly soft spot for these two designs of yours. I think they have both now, these are at the top of my, and not just of things that you have stitched, but like for meaningful designs, these two stitches are really, they're original. They're original designs by Ellen. These are not sampler reproductions, but they feel like samplers and they are odes to our pets. So which do you want to start with?
Either's fine. Why don't we start with the cat?
Okay, we'll start with.
This is a fine cat indeed. And this is a design I dedicated to my dearly departed cat, soulmate Fiona.
She was a lovely girl.
She was my shadow, and she was snuggly, and she was perfect. She smelled a bit, but don't we all, really? So this is on Dirty Porcelain. Is that Dirty Porcelain? Or is that?
That is Dirty Porcelain.
That Dirty Porcelain. I think this was done in 40 count with Roxy Floss, of course. And there are some specialty stitches that I did that are entirely optional. Should I tell them about that, or?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Okay, so if you look closely, in the border we have eyelets and satin stitches filling these little jewel things in here. They're charted that you can just fill those with stitches.
Regular crosses, right?
Yeah, regular crosses. You don't have to. And then we've got this over one, which you can omit that and just put an initial or a motif of your choosing, or anything, or a bird or whatever. These little over one birds, I've charted flags, over two flags that you could put there instead.
And is that in the that's in the chart?
That's in the chart. Okay. There's also an alphabet, like an over one, an alphabet for you to personalize. The crown, I've charted a separate over two chart if you don't want to do the over one chart. In the windows, I've done black work or just back stitching. If you don't want to do that, just fill it in. It's entirely up to you. And if your cat's name is Mr. Wigglesworth II, you can just extend this. I think I did make a one with a larger cartouche, but if you have a cat with a really long name, just extend the cartouche. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But I think I did put.
And you put all
the alphabets?
Was that? I'm not sure. Anyways. Oh, it was Roxy. Sorry. You put all of the alphabets in the chart, right?
Yes, the alphabets are there.
So all of the substitutions, everything is in the chart.
The only thing that's not in there is if you want to do a motif here. If you don't want to do the over one, a fine cat in need, you could put an initial. You could do like a larger 20, 25, or whatever the years. That's for you to choose your own adventure there.
So totally suitable also for Ada stitches.
Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also there I've done alternating cross stitch and Smyrnas here for the lawn, just to give it some texture. Absolutely don't have to do
Right,
that.
you could just do.
You could just do straight cross stitch.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Those of you who used to watch Ellen on YouTube, FlossTube, it's been a while.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
I know. I should.
Well, there's no rules, right? But Fiona used to make frequent appearances on camera, and that was always really charming, especially when her face got really close to the camera and you would hear her purring. That was really very sweet.
Yeah, she was a special girl.
So that is a fine cat indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know. And then we have
An ode to a good dog.
Ode to a Good Dog. Oh, I love this one so much. And this one, Ellen has dedicated to Sam.
Yeah. Sam was the perfect dog. He was a big, goofy black lab, and he was my husband's shadow, and he was friendly, and he was just as nice as you, Roxy. Just as nice as you.
Can you hear the tail? I'm sure you can. Roxy loves Ellen.
Yeah, it's because I roll in liver before I come.
No, she tells her bedtime stories. It's quite sweet.
So Sam was a good old dog, and he left us a few years ago, and even though we...
Okay, all right. You missed it. I know. I made her go lie down, and she just did the longest groan of disappointment. She's quite put off with me. Anyways, back to Sam. Poor Sam.
Yeah, he, even though we've had dogs since, and we still have dogs, they broke the mold with that one. I'm sure if you have had dogs in your life, you know what I'm talking about. You all love all your dogs, and you'll love all of them forever. But there's one.
Yeah.
There's one that
Heart
will
dog.
always have your heart, and that was Sam.
Now this one's the same scenario as a fine cat indeed. There are some, I think.
There are fewer specialty stitches. We've got some eyelets here, completely. They're not charted as eyelets. It's an option that you can do. Eyelets in here that you don't need to. Don't know if there's an alternative to the little 1/1 bird, or is that over 1 or is that over 2? It's been a while since I stitched this. I'm sorry.
That's over 1.
That's over 1?
Yeah.
Just don't put it in.
Yeah.
The name is over 1, but I do have an alternative larger cartouche if you have a Mr. Wigglesworth, or if his name is Wellington or whatever. Yeah, but you'll have the alphabet for your initials. I think that's it for specialty stitches.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
I love this one.
Yeah, I love it too.
I know.
I do.
I know. These are just wonderful.
They were super fun to stitch.
Yeah.
Super fun to stitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the little dog's over 2. You're safe for that. And if you have a brown dog, use brown floss. If you have a white dog, use white floss.
Yeah. I'll give you a close up there. You can see the framing that you had done on this is really nice as well.
Yeah, I did the cat and the dog the same frame.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. So good. Really good.
I like them too.
Yeah.
I will get them back from you someday.
You can have these back soon. I took them off the wall to share them with you, and I had to fill in the gaps. And actually, I managed to find 2 models in the other room of actually ones that Ellen stitched for me a couple of years ago. That's a Blackbird Designs. That one's from Honeysuckle Manor.
They both are.
Yeah, they both, that's right.
Yeah.
And that one she changed, I don't know if you can see it, but it says Floss Boss Hannah on it. That one was for Hannah, yeah. And then Maud Sharma, that was your grandma, right?
It's my great-grandmother.
Great-grandmother?
Yeah.
And then that was where...
That was where she was
Yeah.
born. Yeah.
So you changed that up. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the stitching on my wall that was yours.
Just walk around. I stitched that.
I stitched that.
I stitched that. And
yes, hence. Yes. There's a huge amount of stitching in this building. Case in point, I wanted to show you this because those of you, hi Sarah Stitchy Spot, Sarah, if you've watched Sarah's floss tube, and I know many of you do, you know that Sarah's also working on Eddie and Patsy, which is, this is from a couple years ago, I think, right? This has been a really popular chart of Ellen's. And both Ellen and I want to see this stitched in black, on black linen. So I have been wanting to stitch it on black linen forever. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful chart. And Eddie and Patsy named for...
Absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Trixie, Jody came up with that.
Did she?
Yeah, it was Jody's idea.
That's funny. So these are the, this is the catnap is the called for fabric, and the Roxy Floss Co flosses. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, this is a favorite of mine.
And this would look good on so many different linens. Like if you put it on like one of these crazy bright ones, it would be like this, maybe not this one in particular, but if you put it on a bright linen, it would be like Palm Beach.
I know,
modern.
right?
But if you put it on,
actually, these pinks would look incredible on that. That's a linen called Fresh. Yeah, look at that pink with those.
Like that would be so Miami Beach fun,
it's
right?
Beautiful.
That then you put it on something like French Hen,
and then it's
yeah.
Who did your finishing for you? For this?
My friend Michael did it. He is the costumer for Opera Atelier.
Oh wow! Well. No wonder. It's beautifully finished. Like the piping around the back. She's got a flap fold in the back. Hit myself in the face with it. That is it's lovely.
He doesn't do much of my finishing anymore. Most of it is done by Ryan and by Gwyneth. Gwyneth does a lot of my finishing because she's
they are both
amazing.
Amazing. Indeed. Good. Yeah, I love having that one here. You might not get that one back.
That's okay.
I
think you can have that one.
Okay, thank you. Another set, a trio of, I think, you and I both think that these ones are not getting the recognition they deserve.
Well, they're selling, but I thought that Caroline from Thread Gremlins would have just gone nuts. Caroline, I'm looking at you. Like when I was stitching this, I was thinking about you. I thought, oh, she's gonna get this for sure.
Well, come on, Caroline.
No pressure.
So this is the Lady of the Land.
Right.
And there are 3 charts in one booklet. So all 3 of these designs you get in one. Yeah, and they're soft, they're summery, they're pretty. So this is the first one. Always reminds me and Hannah of a postage stamp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And love this little.
That's Dave, Caroline.
That's Dave?
She's a cat named Dave.
Who has a cat named?
Caroline from Thread Gremlins.
Oh, so not me, Caroline.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
No,
so that's Thread Gremlins, Caroline.
Yeah. Anyway, she likes roses. They all like roses.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are all 3 of these were taken from a very large sampler that I
Here's
have.
number 2. Look at that.
Yeah, this one's cool.
Looks like a cobra chicken right there.
The sampler itself is made up of several of these floral and bird motifs and a couple of pictorial little scenes. What do they call it? Bucolic?
Yes,
bucolic
I think
scenes.
so.
Yeah, and about 30 different patches of border.
Yeah,
it's been so useful.
Yeah,
and one day I'll release the whole thing, but it's insanely big.
And then the third one. This I love this one.
I love this one too.
Look at this.
Right? Butterfly is good.
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah. And I think the original is stitched on like 1,000 count. It's just so finely done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So again, all 3 of those designs are available in one booklet. Lady of the Land. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I love the border in this one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very old-timey.
See that? Look at that.
Yeah, and the borders are all from, see how...
Look at the rose. Close up in the butterfly. Oh.
They all have like the border, and then each of them has a piece of the border inside, like right here.
Let me see.
These are all bits of
Oh yeah.
bits of the other borders.
Of the other borders.
Yeah.
Oh, that was clever. Oh, I see. So there,
Yeah.
like that.
That's another piece of the border.
Of the border. That's really clever, Ellen. Look at, you are so clever.
I know. See, I put an RM in there for Rye Guy. Ryan, that one I did for you.
Oh, those are great.
Hmm.
I love learning about like kind of the multi-layered reasons for things, right? Beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Thanks. I really enjoyed stitching them.
Just like Eddie and Patsy, because I wanted to take an opportunity to kind of pester Ellen a little bit. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you will remember that I used to have the 3 queens in a row, right about here. And we had Anne?
That is Catherine.
Catherine,
of
sorry.
Aragon.
Catherine.
Catherine of Aragon, yeah.
Elizabeth.
My favorite one.
Yeah, gorgeous. And Anne Boleyn. Now I am partial to Anne, so I did start, my project, I'm stitching mine on Glacier, which is a pale blue. And I found my floss pack, but I think I've left my stitching at home, so I don't even get to share it with you. However, you get to see the finished model. All 3 of these queens have specialty stitches galore. Ellen kind of went crazy with specialty stitches. However, they are charted in cross stitch, and there are suggestions for specialty stitches in the booklets, in the charts.
To show you, it's like it'll show you where I put the specialty stitches, even though it's charted as cross stitch. And again, completely
Yeah.
up to you whether you want to do
see
it.
Elizabeth's skirt up close there. See those? It's really pretty. And some beads too. You added beads.
Yes, I liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Elizabeth's crown. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. So, when are we going to get another queen?
Well, as soon as I finish this next thing that I'm working on now with you.
Yeah.
I've already got it charted. It's should I say who it is?
Yeah, you should tell them who it is.
And the whole thing, or just?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be Queen Charlotte, and if any of you watch Bridgerton, you know that Queen Charlotte's outfits were over the top, and she had elaborate hairdos, and it's going to be a lot. So the next queen, it'll be the same shape, so it'll be a part of the group. So it's going to be Queen Charlotte, and at the same time, I'm releasing a reproduction sampler of a very early rendering of Buckingham Palace, which would have been called Queen's Palace back then, and that's where Queen Charlotte lived. And I learned that from Bridgerton. I learned that from a bodice ripper show.
It's amazing what we can learn.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about releasing, and this will be probably early
next year,
early
right?
next year, yeah.
I think you were hoping to even have it coincide with the release of the season of the show, right?
Yeah, so you can stitch on the Bridgerton themed pieces while you're watching bodices being ripped. We all need candy sometimes.
Yes.
It can't always be,
Yes.
improving literature. Sometimes it has to be that.
All right. Oh, I can show you, because I can take this one off. This next one. I love this one so much. So I finished Gwyneth's Bouquet back in March, and it is actually currently at the framers. I'm itching to go and get it back. I think I'll probably drive down there tomorrow and pick it up. So companion piece to Gwyneth's Bouquet, Ellen came out with Elizabeth's Bouquet. So I'll just show you the real deal. Look at that. Look at that. It's gorgeous.
It's lush.
It is really super gorgeous. It is incredible. Yeah. So, to match Gwyneth's Bouquet, which was also the original, your original model was done on a black linen. Ellen chose to recreate Elizabeth's Bouquet also on Night Owl, our black linen. So that is the cover model, that's the called for. Gwyneth's Bouquet, you also offered a version, a light colored background, which was Panettone, which was offered.
Can you stitch this for a third time on Panettone?
Yeah, she stitched it a lot. Yeah, you did stitch it 3 times, yeah. And then I stitched it.
Yeah.
My son's on his way here. He just wanted to know which door to come in. Right, yes, I made you stitch it a 3rd time. You were so hard done by.
I didn't mind. It was fun to
so
do.
hard done by, and it looked totally different. And I just, it was so nice to have a different option instead of, you know, the black linen. So as I stitched that one on a different linen, I'm doing the same thing with Elizabeth's Bouquet. And I have chosen, I was originally going to stitch it on Pepita, which is a really light khaki green brown. And then we pulled the floss this morning. Ellen pulled the floss for me, and I put it on Pepita, and it kind of drained all the color out of the flosses. And then we tried Panettone, and it did the same thing.
Yeah.
And then we tried Dirty Porcelain.
Even blue we tried.
We tried blue, and it just... And then we tried French Hen. So I am going to stitch it on French Hen. And here's my start.
I'm a little jealous, to be honest.
Right?
It's going to be really good on French Hen.
As is with all of our linen, in the summertime, as we had spring, summer things, the red tones in the linen start to come out as the temperature goes up. As the temperature starts to drop in the fall and winter, colors change. So in our spring, summer linens, the reds come out, and in the fall, winter, the greens come out. So as you can see from the more red undertoned modeling up here, this has been dyed in the spring and summer. So I have tried to choose a piece of fabric that would show, so if you just ignored that, you would probably, if you purchased a piece of French Hen in the fall winter, you'd probably have more of these colors come out and less of these. So I have a really, so also to give you an idea, this is an 1/8. I took this from the top 1/8 of a quarter, and this is the bottom piece of that same quarter. So it's got less of the red modeling on it. It's kind of like a gray brown, right? So again, this is French Hen. Now I'm showing you this piece because we're going to do a little giveaway today. We are going to give away Ellen's chart, Elizabeth's Bouquet, plus this 1/8 of French Hen, plus the floss pack. And where did I put my floss pack? I was working on this, just like literally.
Is it this thing?
It's not in there. Is it over there? I don't think so. Stand by. I have to show you my floss. I found them. I'll show you on my piece. Can you just hold the chart behind the... Right?
So good.
And in person, this is a little darker even. It's a little warmer.
Yeah, it's...
But it's lighter than black.
Oh yeah. It's not like stitching.
So, and I think it's going to be a fantastic companion to Elizabeth's Gwyneth's Bouquet.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I know. I love it. Did you see my needle minder?
Our roots are in the depths of the woods.
It's a blue flower.
Blue flower, right.
It's a blue flower design. This was a gift from my friend Trish. She gave that to me at Stitch North because this is another design I want to stitch. So, one day. But I love the needle minder. So, I started this today.
It's delicious, man.
I mean, come on.
That linen is just bananas.
I know. So we're going to have a little giveaway. You're going to get the chart, you're going to get the floss pack, and you're going to get my other 1/8 of French hen.
What count is that?
It is 40 count. So that you should know that. If you want to win this, I can't give you a different cut of linen. It is going to be 40 count. And if you would like to be entered, leave me a comment below with the word Ellen in it. ELLEN, because it's all about Ellen. There you go. Okay, so we'll have a little giveaway. I do still have an open giveaway. Things have been a little upside down around here lately. So think back. I had some floss up for grabs, some Fallow Red and Antique Wedding Dress, some Hank leftovers, and I still have not chosen the winner. Next week, Carrie and I are going to be recording episode 50 of our floss tube.
Congratulations.
I
That's
know.
So cool.
Episode 50 of Between Two Whips. So yeah, episode 50. And Hannah has a little something planned for us to do. However, Hannah is on vacation. We were supposed to record episode 50 a couple weeks ago. Just didn't happen. So we may have to save Hannah's surprise for episode 51. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah. So leave me a comment if you would like to win with Ellen's name in the comment. Don't use the word giveaway. That's about it.
You can say something like Ellen is so smart, Ellen is so beautiful.
Ellen is so beautiful.
Ellen is so good looking.
She likes compliments. Yeah, she does. And I didn't get a chance to show off Sampler September because I was away with my parents the week that it was released. And so I just wanted to share it again. And I have the designer with me and to tell you how absolutely beautiful these are.
I hadn't seen it framed, and it just takes your breath away, the frame.
This is Jane Wood.
Jane Wood, 1853? I believe it's 1853. Yes, 1853. Holy doodle.
This is not a small sampler. This is, I mean, you can't, even on 40 count, this will not fit on a wide quarter. The margins are too tight. It is a large sampler. Hannah and Carrie did a wonderful video all about the details of this collaboration. So I don't need to repeat everything that they've already said. I wanted to take a moment to appreciate it with you, because it is absolutely beautiful.
This little girl, or this teenager, filled every nook and cranny. I mean, maybe the camera doesn't show things, but there are actually birds and a crown in here. It's chock-a-block full of goodies.
Yeah.
And it was quite something to chart. She was pretty consistent, but the model was stitched, of course, by Gwyneth Curling Stones and X Stitches on Instagram, and she did it on 40 count, and she did a beautiful job. Just a beautiful job. That pink house is...
I know. Can we just take a moment to appreciate my framer? I use Chops here in London. CHOPS. Craig and Meredith at Chops are wonderful. Meredith has helped me numerous times find moldings. I'll explain something. I kind of want a molding that looks like this. She goes in the back room and she pulls something out, and it's immediately like, that's perfect. And Craig, same thing. I'll just hand him 3 or 4 pieces, and I'll say, I'll just give him an idea of what I'd like, and an hour later he'll send me a photo of a mock-up, and they're fantastic.
Yeah, they did a beautiful, beautiful job.
It's just beautiful. They also lace or pin, your preference.
This is done entirely in cross stitch, over 2 and over 1. There are no specialty stitches other than the over 1.
There. And Ellen has charted an alternate verse.
Yeah, it's just a very loose version of that for over 2 stitchers who don't want to stitch over 1, or if you want to,
Ada,
or if you want to stitch it on Ada, yeah. But the rest of it is over 2.
Yeah. So absolutely Ada friendly. Just getting rid of the over 1 verse. And I mean, you can even do over 1 on Ada. You just have to pierce the middle.
Yeah.
So, oh.
It's that little girl. The original was done on the equivalent of about 25 count over 2. So it's
Massive.
massive.
Yeah, it's massive.
Massive.
Now, if you would like to join us in Sampler September shenanigans, but you do not wish to stitch a massive, massive sampler, Ellen very kindly designed a small. And it's so charming. I absolutely love this this mattress. So you stitched the house, you stitched the front,
the top,
and then Gwyneth stitched the sides. Look at these sides. I mean, these are so heckin' cute.
Gwyneth stitched the sides and then assembled she did the finishing. Here, can I hold something?
Yeah, you hold. Thank you. Thank you.
And Gwyneth stitched the cushion, but she also stitched the sides beautifully.
It keeps focusing on anything but. See, now it's got my eyeballs and my hair, and then it moves to the samplers above.
There's just so much to look at.
I know. Come on.
The little funny legged dogs.
You can. There we go. Look. And those pinks are so fun. And the finishing instructions are going to be incled.
They are, yeah. That's what they're Gwyneth's finishing.
Gwyneth's finishing instructions.
She included them, yeah.
Which was so kind.
Oh, don't know what I'd do without that girl.
We would be very sad indeed.
Crying and crying.
So, if you don't want to stitch the big, but you want to join in, it's pretty perfect.
But if you want to stitch the big one, look at that! Oh,
it is magnificent.
It is so good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, there you have it. What do you think, Roxy? What do you think? She hasn't figured out yet that Nicholas is either here or coming.
You want to stitch the big one? Of course you do.
So on that note, okay, down. No. She's gonna break her tail.
Sit down. Sit.
Down.
You're a cruel mommy.
Down.
Lie down. Good girl. Lie down.
So, on that note.
On that note.
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. What fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's pack up, and we have to get Nicholas to a haircut, and then I have to get this one back to a train.
Time to go back to
She's going home to
salt mines.
Back to her pets.
Yes.
And her husband.
Like I said.
So we'll see you next week, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy stitching. Dum-dums. We're a couple of dum-dums because we forgot to show you the biggest thing we've been working on for the last 3 days.
Yeah, the only thing
Ellen's been stitching for the last little while. Honestly. And we had something else to tell you too. So a few months ago with the Roxy Flasco Fabric Clubs, we sent out a gift that was donated to us and to you by Ellen, and it was a chart called Magic and Everything. This chart is now for sale if you're not in the Linen Club and you would like to stitch this design. So Ellen and I are both working on the models.
We are.
In 2 colorways. So Ellen is working on the one that matches the cover. Look at that.
This is stitched on 36 count Love Bug, 2 strands of floss over 2. Don't look at my white stitches because they are terrible.
No, they're not. They're really not.
Well, anyway, and the colors are really bright and punchy and modern, and I love it. And Caroline, who is much further along than me.
I am working on the alternate colorway, which was the traditional fabric sent out that month, which was called Powder Puff, which is our palest pink fabric. These are now actually, these linens have now been released into the regular collection. They're totally repeatable. These are now standard stock colors. Look at it. Aww. Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, I love it.
It's so pretty. So as you can see, I've started building my house because I had to see how it was going to look. So the windows are blue, which I think is charming, and I'm excited. So the floss packs for these are, if you are stitching it, if you want, and there are DMC. It's, if you want to stitch this with the DMC, it is charted with DMC. There are Roxy floss packs as well. The one on Love Bug is called the light colorway because you are using light colored flosses on the dark fabric. Yeah. And if you would like to stitch the version that's on the Powder Puff, then you want the dark floss pack, which gives you the darker pinks for the flowers and the house. So everything is just flipped. There's only about 4 or 5 colors that are swapped out. That's it. So there is magic in everything. Ta-da! And we are total dum-dums because literally this is what we have been working on together and we totally forgot to tell you about it. So, and I also wanted to let you know that Ellen has offered another little treat. So for those of you who are in the ABC Floss Club, Ellen is going to have a gift for you in a few months. So if you've been getting the flosses from there's 12 flosses a month. And this club is going to keep rolling over. So, you know, when we get to the end, we're going to go back over again. I think it's 12 flosses every month for 30 months, gets you the entire collection. Ellen is going to design a chart that uses colors from the beginning up until August's pack. So, not all of the colors, but pulling colors from those colors, those charts that you've gotten. Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, so I don't know when it will be.
Yeah. And not to worry, members of the One of a Kind Club, we got your back too, and we'll pop something in there in the next few months.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that really is it now. Now we did everything. So thank goodness you remembered that we hadn't shared this yet. Oh, you like my chicken? Yes. Isn't that cute?
I know it's, you know, we aren't talking about Caroline's chicken, but I saw it.
My friend Michael stitched that for me. This was a gift at Stitch North. It's one of the Satsuma, is it Cluck Cluck, I think? But it's darling.
It's fabulous. Michael, why didn't you make one for me?
Michael Jones.
Michael Jones. It's very cute.
Yeah. I love it.
I call him Todd.
Do you? Why? He doesn't.
No.
Oh, my chicken, not Michael. You don't call Michael Todd.
It's Michael.
Right. So the chicken is Todd? All right.
Hi, Todd.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You can edit that out. Being a ding dong.
You are always a ding dong. I don't need to edit that out. Oh, I forgot. Look at this. My friend Katty stitched this and gave this to me at the Stitch and Stash retreat. I'm going to share this again next week, but it just happened to be in my bag, so I'll show it off now. I'll show it off again next week. She stitched a little scissor fob for me. It's so cute. Look it.
That is darling.
Isn't that sweet? And then I love this. Look.
Is that Cancel the Crowd?
Stitch and Stash 2025. I think it's just a crab.
Or just summertime crab?
It's just a summertime. The theme of the retreat was beach, like beach.
Oh,
and you can really see that little crab has a needle and thread. Did you see that?
And it's done little X's.
Yeah. So the
that's
little
crab.
It's got a little needle.
Very nice.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, Catty made that for me.
Good job. Good finishing too. Holy,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's really
so
nice.
I have this. I hang it off my side bolt of my stitching frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there it is.
There it is.
To remind you.
Yeah.
What's
So,
this?
we'll have a good time. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie is still there having a good time.
Have fun, Carrie.
Yeah.
Bring me a present.
Yeah.
Actually. Thanks, Carrie.
All right. We're done. Okay. Bye everybody. Happy stitching.